going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I'm here to bring to you my Week 1 analysis and takeaways video for the game against Western Michigan. And first, I'd just like to say I'm so happy that college football is back. I'm happy that the fans are back in the stadium, and I'm just excited that the season has got started and I'm able to make these videos again. I will admit I had a lot of anxiety going into this game, not necessarily because I thought that we were going to lose or anything like that, but more so because I just didn't know what to expect from this team. Coming off of the 2-4 season last year, I honestly did not know what to expect with all the changes that were made. But this game I was pleasantly surprised. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. How did you feel about today's game? Did today's game leave you feeling optimistic? Did it have you, feeling pessimistic? Or were you just pretty much, it is what it is the game turned out exactly how you thought it was? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below about that. But anyways, I'm going to get into my analysis of the game. I'm going to start with the offense first. I'll start with the offensive line. Obviously, I would give them an A+, but they did give up some, they gave up a sack, and, the quarterback got hurt a few times. So, it wasn't a perfect game, but as far as creating the holes for the running plays and stuff like that, you can't argue when your team rushes for over 300 yards. So I think they did an excellent job as far as opening up the holes, and for the most part, doing very well with pass protection. So I would give them an A. The running backs, also an A. I felt that, like I said before, they ran for 300 yards. A third of that was actually from wide receivers from the jet sweeps that they had, but still running plays. Overall, I felt that we did pretty good. Everyone, for the most part, did very well running the football. No complaints there. I will say one thing. Going forward, they need to find some way to allow Blake Corum to get the football more. He actually led the team in rushes and stuff like that, but anytime that you can allow him to get his hands on the football, especially in open space, they need to do that. Because, he is just really electrifying when he gets the football. It's so much of a difference when you see him getting a hand off in the backfield versus, like, say, Haskins or Edwards. You just can see him just like he's shot out of a cannon through the hole. He's just really, really explosive. So whether it be, lining him up in the backfield and then, sending him out to, be a wide receiver in a formation, or just catching swing passes, or whatever they need to do, they need to allow him to operate in open space, because he's a problem. So that is something that they need to focus on, definitely. As far as the wide receivers, they did well. For the most part, there wasn't that much going around as far as receptions go. And when you look at it, there was only 13 receptions for the game, and about half of them were to running backs. So the wide receivers didn't really do a whole lot as far as receiving goes, but they still got 2 huge plays as far as touchdowns go, and also that jet sweep from Henning, as the running play, he's still a wide receiver. So they played well. Obviously going forward, you're going to need more production from the wide receiver core, and that's still it's a huge question mark, and now it's going to be even more of a question mark. I'm happy that we won, but I'm bummed out, as far as what happened with Ronnie Bell. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, it's hard to tell. I've seen guys, I mean, eventually he walked to the tunnel. So I thought that was a positive, but I mean, who knows? They're talking about him getting an MRI. That's never good. I mean, I remember in the 2019 NBA playoffs when Klay Thompson went down holding his knee, and he jogged to the locker room and was jogging up and down the hallway like a madman and had a torn ACL. So who knows? Hopefully it's not anything serious, because we're going to definitely need Ronnie Bell. He's far and clearly the best wide receiver. That catch that he made that they overturned from the push-off, I thought that was a bunch of crap. But it is what it is. I'm hoping, like I said, that it's not anything serious, and that he'll be back with us shortly. Tight ends, not really much to say. Eric Hall was really the only one I think that caught anything. He looked pretty good, no drops. Hopefully he's got that out of his system for this season going forward. It used to be a huge problem, huge upside, but just butterfingers with his hands, stone hands. I don't know what it is, but hopefully he'll play a huge role in the passing game. So not really anything. It's kind of inconclusive as far as the tight ends go. So I'm gonna just say, I don't know, a C. I'm not sure. Quarterback. So I mean, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 4 incompletes between the both of them. As far as Valari got in there, but he didn't throw anything. I mean, I thought Cade played pretty good. His only incompletions were batted balls. So, I mean, he played efficiently. Didn't do anything crazy. Played within the offense. Threw a nice ball for the touchdown to Ronnie Bell. But I mean, it's easy to look good. When your running game is doing as well as it does. So we're gonna see when he's actually gonna be called upon to actually throw the football more than 11 times. What's gonna happen as far as that goes? When JJ got in there, had a few questionable plays, but that touchdown pass that he threw was one of those where you're like, wow. I mean, I couldn't believe. That was like something that, something like Mahomes or Brett Favre would do. I mean, it was just a rope almost fading away, through it like a perfect pass. So, I mean, obviously you can see the potential there. A lot of people, talking about, how he needs to be in there now, and Cade, obviously can't do this and can't do that, so we need to just go ahead and start McCarthy. And just, I don't understand why people are saying that. Let him grow doing what he's doing now. If we have more games like this where, the outcome is already sealed away and he has an opportunity to come in and play still, that's how he needs to get his feet wet as far as that goes. You don't want to just throw him in there, just right away like that. Why not let him learn at a slower pace, when there's not as much pressure, and just allow him to, learn the game and get up to speed as far as, how the college game is played. Why don't you allow him to do that on his own terms instead of just thrusting him in there when you don't have to do that? As long as Cade is playing well and we're winning, there's no need to force JJ in there. So people need to just pump the brakes as far as that goes. I mean, obviously he's going to have plays like the play that he did where he threw it to Baldwin and just threw a frozen rope from one side of the field to the next against his body from like 50 something yards in total length. It was great, but then there was a play or two before that where he was going to get sacked and threw the ball. I mean, they said he threw it backwards, but he didn't. But it was just one of those plays where it could have been, if we didn't get it, it was, the way that the refs called it, it was almost like a fumble. And had it been, the other team picking it up, it would have been a touchdown. So he's not, I don't think he's ready yet to take that type of responsibility yet. So just let him grow on his own. So the defense, starting out, I was a little concerned and worried about the defense. The first couple of series when Western Michigan had the football, it just looked like Don Brown's 2020 defense all over again. They were just moving the ball with ease. It didn't look anything. I was not impressed. But I think after that second series, I think that they really settled in. And as the game went on, they started to get pressure. And, Western Michigan, for the most part, didn't do anything after the second series of the game. And I'm not going to count that last series where they scored their second touchdown. It was in garbage time. We had in like our third string guys. I mean, who cares? So, to me, it was really 47-7. I'm not even going to really even count that second touchdown. Like I said, it was in garbage time. So the defense overall played well. The defensive line, like I said, started off, but as the game went on, they started to get pressure. Aiden Hutchinson was all over the place, making plays, pressuring the quarterback, blocking field goals. I mean, batting the ball down at the line. He was all over the place. My concern is, going forward, there definitely needs to be somebody opposite him that can, at least keep the defense, honest as far as, trying to get to the quarterback, at least getting pressure on the quarterback, because I can see right away, because they were even doing that in this game, Aiden is going to get double teamed. That's going to be a given. So they need somebody on the opposite side of him that's going to be able to get, just as much pressure so that, teams will think twice about double teaming Aiden. So defensive line played well. The linebackers, for the most part, played well. Not anything where, I was just like wowed or anything like that. But they played solid. Like I said, their running game didn't really do a whole lot. It started off kind of, but then, like I said, the middle of the game, they really didn't do a whole lot. So I'm going to give the linebackers, I'm going to give them a B. The line also, I'm sorry, I didn't grade them. I'm going to give them an A-. The secondary, like I said, the first couple of series, I was kind of concerned. They threw pretty easily on the first couple of series. But after that, they kind of settled in and, played pretty well. So there's no complaints. Dax Hill was all over the place, making plays. The corners overall played really well. Not any glaring mistakes or anything like that. No really huge, humongous, big plays that were given up. Some kind of here and, a couple of long gains, but not any 70-yard touchdown pass or anything crazy like that. So felt that the secondary played much improved, so I'm going to give them a B. As far as the special teams, no complaints there. We blocked, blocked a field goal, had great, couple of decent returns. Blake Crum with the kickoff return that led to a field goal. That was great. Ronnie Bill had a nice punt return. Unfortunately, that's when he got hurt. So no complaints there. Special teams, so I'll give them an A just because of that. So overall, the team played well, played very inspired. I think, one thing that, is glaring is that playing at home but in front of a crowd, actually being in the stadium makes a whole worldwide difference as far as just the morale of the team, the energy of the team. It just makes a huge difference having the crowd there. I mean, I remember watching the game last year, and it was just like, man, you're playing at home, but it's like you're not even really playing at home. You're just playing in a neutral field, to be honest with you. So playing at home with the crowd there made a huge difference. I'm just excited to have football be back and be back from this capacity. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, and it's on to the next game. I feel differently about this game as opposed to last year when we beat Minnesota. Just my gut feeling. There's not anything that says anything differently. There's no proof or anything like that. But I just feel better about how we played this game versus how we played against Minnesota last year for our first game. I don't know how good Western Michigan actually is. So that always has a bearing as far as how well we actually played. Like if Western Michigan goes on and doesn't win a whole game for the rest of the season, then obviously this game wasn't that big of a deal. But I don't know. I feel as though that we played better for our opener this game than we did last year for our opener versus Minnesota. So I mean, like I said, that's just my gut feeling, and I think we're gonna do better. I don't think we could play any worse than we did last season, and the defense looks a lot more inspired. They look better. They look organized. They just look better overall. And I think with Mike McDonald, one thing that's going to help is the fact that I don't think that he's going to be like this one-trick pony like Don Brown is. Don Brown was just so predictable. Okay, it's this situation, we're going to blitz. We're going to blitz. We're going to leave our guys on an island all the time. I mean, it was just predictable. I think with Mike McDonald, he's going to switch it up. And having it so that you don't know what the other team is going to do, that is real important. Being unpredictable makes it makes the difference in the world because you don't know what's coming. You don't know what to expect. When you know what to expect, you can plan for it. If you don't know what to expect, you're kind of going blind. So hopefully we keep this up as far as how our defense is, and we carry it on into the next game. So anyways, that's it for the video. Like I said, I'm excited how we played. Hopefully we can carry this over into the next game versus Washington. It's going to be a very, very big game for us. Hopefully we play well and execute and get the W next game. The last time I checked, Washington was playing Montana, I think it was, and they weren't doing very well against Montana. They're struggling. So they were barely beating them, and it was at halftime. So we'll see how next week goes. We got some big recruits coming in to watch the game, and it would be great for our defense to put on a show for them to let them know what to expect if they do decide to come play, at Michigan. So, anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Please, if you like the video, definitely feel free to leave a like on it. I really appreciate it. It definitely helps my video, and helps my channel grow. Let me know how you feel about the game in the comment section below. And if you like my video, try to share it with as many people as possible. And also, if you enjoy my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as possible. Trying to at least, hopefully, if I can, before the end of the season, hit that 1,000 threshold if I can. Hopefully I can. I'm praying that I can. But anyways, thank you for watching the video, and as always, go blue.